looks like Alex is a little bit larger than Bevan from the outset, and I know that Alex is very, very strong.
And yes, Reece, as you said there, you look at the physical advantages, they're quite clear there. Obviously, the art is making them work for you.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have those advantages, another thing to put it into practice.
That's absolutely right. And I know that Bevan Pughsley has got he's got a few fights under his belt. He's got 2 fights. Unfortunately, 2 losses for him. He's fighting out of Valley's kickboxing. Alex is making his debut, and I'm excited to see him compete.
Well, the thing is here, we've seen before, guys, you look at their record, and yet we've seen very good fighters. So it shows the standard they're fighting at.
Yeah, and the gyms they're coming from are legitimate gyms with high-level coaches. And every one of the gyms we've seen tonight have had that.
Now, for me, if I was in Bevan's corner, I'm saying he's making his debut. This is new to him. Get inside there, rough him up, box him, get inside, work him hard, get him out of his comfort zone early. The last thing he wants to be is at Alex's range.
Yeah, and it looks like he's quite a lot more composed than Alex is, although Alex has still got time to settle down.
Well, this is the other factor to come in.
Oh, and he spun Bevan round a bit with that punch. I think Alex has got a big strength advantage here. Oh, another big body shot.
Being the debutant, will he blow out if Bevan can stay there and stay tucked in and survive the onslaught?
That's absolutely right. You know, the adrenaline dump of a debut, it must be tough.
Now, at the moment, as you said, he's doing the right thing. He's heavy-handed. But what worries me for Alex, because obviously I'm unbiased in who wins here, is you're right, Bevan's remained totally cool.
Yeah.
He's showing that bit of experience by checking every kick that he can.
Yeah.
And he's just come over with his own overhand right.
And I know that in the interviews, Alex was saying that his kicks are his strongest tool. So I feel like it's a good thing to start checking the kicks straight away, just to make Alex think about that a little bit.
And again, Bevan got through with a sneaky little left hand there. If he can take the power, if he can survive the round, who knows what gas Alex will have left in the tank.
That's absolutely right, yeah. And in his interview, Alex said that he was going to finish his opponent within 2 rounds. I think he might have a difficult time making that happen.
Well, there's a lot of play here as well. When you've got such huge fan support, it puts pressure on you. Even if it's subliminal, you don't totally realise it. You want to please them, you want to give them the finish, you want to do well. That is all adrenaline sucking.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And the more tickets he sold, which he probably sold a few, the more tickets he sold, the more that's going to build on him.
Now you look at the body language of two men and then going back to the corner. Alex is sucking in air now. Look at Bevan just looking for his cornerman, getting his water. And as I said, I've been really impressed with the quality of the K1 throughout the whole evening here at Adrenalin. That said, I still think it's a tough task for Bevan. Alex is strong. And if he can forge forward for another full round and get a shot in like that right over the top.
There's a big leg kick. Oh, Bevan answers with 2 of his own.
If I was his corner, that's what I'd say. Let's put him under pressure now. Let's see.
That's a slip there. Yeah, the crowd go wild, but it was a slip.
Well, from the back of the hall, it looks like a knee landing. So, you know, and Bevan again saying that was low. But I think now, if I was his corner, if I was in his corner, I would be saying, now let's see if we can take the steam out of him. Yeah. Let's see if we can silence the crowd. Let's push forward. Let's put him under pressure.
Yeah.
Knowing all these factors are coming in to a big ticket seller's debut. You've got to play the mind games. You've got to start putting the pressure on them and say, right, he hasn't put me away. This is not meant to happen. He's a bit tired. Let's push him back now.
And you can see Alex's corner calling across that his opponent's tired. I'm not sure he's that tired, but he looks like he's fatiguing a bit now. Maybe 1 or 2 Alex body kicks is going to help him here. But Bevan isn't fazed by it.
He's staying in the pocket and he's asking questions now.
And his boxing looks good. I think he's outshining Alex a little on the boxing.
He tucks up tight, he stays
good knee.
Big knee, comes through fluidly. He's turning up the pace here in the second.
That's right, and I said he looked tired. Alex's corner said he looked tired, but he's fighting more.
He wants to ask questions of Alex's mentality now. Now, Alex might answer those questions and come through it strongly, but it's the right tactic. Win or lose, you can't fault Bevan's tactic.
Yeah, and it may be that. That's how he's got his losses in the past. Is asking questions and getting an answer he didn't want.
Alex is very open-mouthed now.
He is, yeah, and that's going to lead to him potentially getting hit in the head or KO'd.
And again, Bevan, fluid right roundhouse to the head, coming forward casually, little bob of the head as well. Just takes his head out of the centre line there.
This is another good match. Oh, that was a good leg kick from Bevan, but he looks tired again. He should have been going forward after that.
Well, I had Alex definitely winning the first
big
round.
knee.
I've got him behind to Bevan on the second round. If, as you say, Bevan can continue to push forward and capitalise on some of these shots that he's putting in.
I think Alex is suffering a little bit with his leg a little bit now. I think he's a little bit more tentative than he was before. And Bevan looks unfazed by any of this.
For me, that's a round of peace, Reece. I think Bevan did the right thing. He came straight out of the blocks at the beginning of the second to ask
Yeah,
questions.
I think I agree. Yeah, I think Bevan's doing a good job here of showing that extra little bit of experience to stay composed, where Alex is starting to lose it a little bit. So I'm excited now for the third round to see what they can do. They both look tired and they both got to dig deep. I think Bevan is showing that he's got slightly more technique than Alex, and Alex has got the power, but Bevan just threw a big leg kick.
That's the difference in experience as well. Alex has checked none of them. He's taken
you're
them
right.
all.
And that is starting to cost him now. I can see the welt on his left leg.
And what Bevan is doing is tit for tat. He's taking one to land one back.
Yeah.
Now he works the inside of the leg. He's beginning to work the inside and outside of Alex's legs. And it's the old cliche, chopping at the tree. He's got a big tree in front of him.
What Bevan's doing is just reset back to the centre, carry on doing what you're doing.
Resetting is so important. When fighters get carried away and the adrenaline flows and they just keep going forward, and they don't. And we've seen it earlier tonight where people have been caught clean.
Oh, and Alex is catching him a little bit. Oh, and Bevan came back there.
There you go. He's asking questions of Bevan, and Bevan's answering them and asking questions again.
The crowd are shouting Batfink, Alex's nickname.
But you see at the moment, the shorter man is just beating him to the punch.
That's right. And I think that's controlling the range is doing that for him. It's that little bit more striking experience.
And again, he slips the left, lands his own little chopping kick to the inside of the leg. Now, as you alluded to in round two, the only thing he's doing wrong, I wish he'd pushed forward. It's K1.
Yeah.
He's throwing shots, he's landing them, but he's constantly going backwards or sideways.
And that is going to cost him in the judges' eyes.
After you land, go forward.
You know, he is making Alex take the back step. He's just not following up.
That could be vital.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, with someone the size of Alex, he only needs to land one. So really, you should be putting so much pressure on him, he can't.
And K1 rules are quite specific about coming forward, the aggressor, the scoring criteria. Now, for me, across the 3 rounds, Bevan is actually the more accomplished fighter.
Yeah.
But whether under the K1 rules he's won is a different matter.
And that's absolutely right, because it is forward motion.
Training involved, worked out in the end. Yeah, I might have let him have a bit too much leeway in the first 2 rounds, but in the third end I just thought I'd start picking him off, and I could see he was gassing more than me, so I just thought I'd go for it now and tried to finish it. Fair play to him, strong boy.